I got you. Bow your head. Heavenly Father, give us the strength and the knowledge and the wisdom. Do what's best for the city, our state, our country. Look over us, pray for us, watch over us. These things we pray. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
So, Mr. White, we did receive your, request for the ROTC to perform the color guard. We thought we was gonna have it today. Sergeant Major Ivory did get a few kids, but at the last minute, they, had things to do. And as you know, because the students are out of school, you can't make them do anything.
Right.
So he called me at the last minute and said they were not coming.
Did they do it on the 17th, just like Eric Johnson was?
I can't promise you that
Yeah.
because once again, they're still out of school, but we will try to do that. Mr. John would like to present you with a token. So we want you to know that we were thinking about you because of your, request.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
All right, Mr. White. So with that being said, we'll have roll call.
Mr. Johnson.
Present.
Ms. Belter. Here. Mr. Green.
Present.
Mr. Fowler.
Here.
Mr. Laura.
Here.
Mr. Loretta.
Here.
Mrs. Perry.
Here.
Madam President, you
Okay, I need a motion on the approval of the minutes.
So moved.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Lloyd, second by Councilman Fowler. Discussion. Mr. Lychison.
Yes, if you don't mind.
I don't mind as long as you stay
Yes, ma'am. Stay within the confines
of the minutes. Yes, sir.
But like, I just want to say this one thing too. I want to thank everybody for supporting the troops and everything, and Father's Day, and of course, the Army's birthday is coming up, and then Juneteenth is coming up, so that's 3 things that's coming up. And like I said, I want to thank Kaplan, the council, because that was nice, but the only thing, like I said, I disagree on the minutes is more public comment. And that's the only thing I want to say. We just need to have more public comment.
Thank you, Mr. White. Discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Consent calendar. Number 1, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to set the low bid submitted for subsidy outside of technical grade liquid one-ton cylinders for wastewater department. Number 2, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for a minimum of 1 30-passenger trolley. Number 3, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the existing contract for environmental engineering and consulting services. Number 4, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the contract for testing, calibration, and maintenance of substations and DG generating stations, relays, meters, and related equipment for the electric distribution department. Number 5, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the existing contract with Cold Slavery and Company LLC for annual audit and related services. Number 6, introduction of an ordinance amending the 2025-26 capital budget for 24-inch Cassandra bypass phase 1. Number 7, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the annual ordinance 2 for Cassandra bypass phase 1. Number 8, introduction of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter into a public service agreement with the United States Department of Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service.
Need a motion?
Move.
Second.
Second.
A motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilwoman Felter. Any items to committee?
G, resolution Resolution authorizing advertisement for bids for liquid chlorine in Warrentown Seminary.
Motion, please. Second.
Second.
Motion by Council Collins, second by Council Lloyd. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 10, resolution authorizing advertisement for bid for 245 kg gas circuit breaker.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Lloyd, second by Councilman Felter. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 11, resolution to co-sponsor the DJ Chark Youth Football Camp and Health Fair in June 2025, of providing resources such as security, email mass, and recreation facilities.
Motion, please.
Move it. Second.
Motion by Councilman Lawberdane, second by Council Lloyd. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
H, ordinances for final adoption subject to public hearing. Number 12, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for plants and company.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilwoman Felter, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 13, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid for fire hydrants and accessories.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please. Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 14, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for fire station number 4 roof leak repair. The administration is requesting that this item be related to this. We need a motion and second to this.
So move. Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Johnson. Related items approved. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 15, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the low bid submitted for any uniform bid for the police department.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Moved by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilwoman Felter. Comments by Mr. White.
Thank you, Madam President. Again, I hope we buy local and use local when we're doing these contracts and stuff. I support all our local businesses and stuff, much local that we can do. We need to do that. And, like I said, I bought many a uniform from Kaplan because I was military police at Camp Beauregard. They supplied a lot of our police equipment and everything for us to do our job. So thank you, Madam President, for letting me speak.
Thank you, Mr. White, and I'll read you 100% and show the discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 16, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to enter a contract with co-marketing software incorporated to be utilized by members of the Alexandria Police Department to obtain information relating to the criminal justice information.
I need a motion, please. Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilwoman Felter. Public discussion, Mr. White.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam
You're
President.
welcome.
On this stuff, is this information gathering to solve crimes or, I'm just trying to find out exactly what this is.
It's NCIC software. This is the only, this software allows them to engage with NCIC.
Okay, thank you. That's all. I just wanted to know if it's just something to try to prevent crime or so it's just connected with the federal government database, all the different criminals.
It would allow both assistance in preventing crime by accessing information and solving crime by accessing information.
Thank you.
Welcome. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 17, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest proposal received from U.S. Lawns of Alexandria for landscape maintenance services for 3rd Street Rain Garden.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Ballard, second by Councilwoman Felter. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 18, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest proposal received from U.S. Lawns of Alexandria for landscape maintenance services for Rapid Trail.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second. Motion by Councilman Ballard, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments. Ms. Augustine. You go. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, and thank you for all the service that you all do. Thank you for that. Good evening to the mayor and his assistants. When you say rapids, that opens my ears. I was just wondering if this rapids trail, I found out what the perimeters were, but I'm really hoping that it has something to do with that Rapids Avenue. What you think? Okay, could we show it to the mayor?
I think this is common time.
Okay. Yeah, that's the only thing I wanted to say about that, to see if it's, what's the maintenance and what that entails and what's the parameter of that.
What was it, Ms. Augustine?
It's the underpath at Rapids.
Rapids.
Like the hospital.
Nothing in
show
mind,
that?
No.
I was just wondering if anybody was interested in looking at it.
She don't speak.
Even Rapids Hospital was on the bags.
Touch it. It's just a lot of muck and mire, and that's a sidewalk there that nobody can have access to because it's always flooded. And it's been that way
Yes,
for
we've been
over.
talking about.
You talking about the under,
Well, it's not
Yeah,
city.
I was just wondering if that when you say Rapids, I'm wondering if that was included.
I did ask about this, because I wasn't sure what the Rapids Trail was, and this is like the walking trail that circles around. This location is not, like, kept up by the city. Well,
Yeah, it's not kept up.
it's not the city's responsibility to keep up that section, like, that's not our property.
But I do know what it's, is it the state sidewalk also, or is it just the roadway, or is everything state?
I don't know, I have to look at it all and get a map and match it.
I believe we've asked this question before, like in previous council meetings, I'm pretty sure it's the DOTD that's responsible for it.
Even the sidewalk?
Even for just cleaning it. I'm not saying repair it, just clean it.
I'll have to look at it. Yeah, we can look at it and see. Can't resolve it here.
It's fine. All right,
We would have continued to find out.
So I'm going to ask you, you're going to ask me to leave in the hospital, and you go under this 49 and come back up.
Okay.
You really can't use one side because
Yeah.
once you know, like allergy, it's a trip out.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 19, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest proposal received from Yankee Holdings, one business as Yankee Clipper for landscape maintenance services for Holocaust Park.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Sure.
Motion by Councilman Ballard, second by Councilman Fowler. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 20, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest proposal received from Taylor Skates for landscape maintenance services for Compton Park.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second. Motion by Councilman Ballard, second by Councilman Fowler. Public discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
21, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest proposal received from U.S. of Alexandria for landscape maintenance services for both in the Green Park.
Need a motion, please?
Move.
Second. Motion by Councilman Lloyd, second by Councilman Walberdane. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 22, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the local disposal fees from Taylor Skates for landscape maintenance service for Alexandria Gateway.
I need a motion.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Lloyd. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 23, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the local disposal fees from Taylor Skates for landscape maintenance service for Acadia Park.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Lloyd, second by Councilman Felter. Public comments, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 24, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to accept the lowest proposal received from Taylor Skates for landscape maintenance services for HBQ Park.
I need a motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Lloyd, second by Councilman Felter. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 25, to consider final adoption of an ordinance rescinding ordinance number 18, 2025, the janitorial supply.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second, please.
Second.
Motion carried by, motion by Councilman Lloyd, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments, discussion, all in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 26, to consider final adoption of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to renew the Porter Endeavor Agreement with the State of Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Johnson. Public comments, Mr. White,
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
you're welcome.
Being a veteran myself, I'm glad. Being a veteran myself, I'm glad that y'all are working with veterans organizations and the state veterans organization. And I'm glad, Mr. Johnson, you said that they'll be here the next
Yes.
meeting and everything. So thank you so much, and God bless all our veterans. They put their lives on the line every day for us to keep us free. So thank you.
Thank you, Mr. White. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
I'm sorry, I said Madam.
I'm sorry.
I meant to say Madam President. I just had a question, and I'm like Mr. White, completely engaged in supporting veterans. I have a brother that served in Vietnam twice, survived 9/11 and is buried in the Arlington Cemetery. My question on this thing on page 4 of 7, it says May 1 through 25 to April 30 for 26. So we're going to approve this and they was backdated a month. Is that what we're doing? Mr. Johnson? Attorney Johnson? Attorney Johnson, come. Page 4 of 7 of item 26. May 1 through 25 through April 30 for 2026.
It just states that's the effective date.
Correct.
This is governed by statute, so the memorandum of understanding or cooperative endeavor is a formality that we do. But there's a statute that governs the contributions, and so forth between the city and the jury. So this isn't backdating something, it's just showing that that's the effective date. It would stay in effect until changed, but I don't, you could change the date if you want to amend the contract, we can. I think it's just been on for a time, and so that was the effective date they filled in for it.
Okay, that's my question with contracts and your,
So let me be very specific. In cooperative endeavor law, a cooperative endeavor should be authorized by law, should be for a public purpose, and should have commensurate value. When both the commensurate value and the public purpose are established by the law itself. And when it involves this kind of thing, public safety between agencies, et cetera, probably don't need one at all because the law provides that. There's a constitutional provision that covers it and other changes in the law. But since it involves money, both the state and the city, as a formality, want to have that in a contract. I think that the payments and everything that have to happen are statutory. So it doesn't matter that the date is that May date, but we can change it to be a date in the future.
Okay, because
Before we sign
because in the contract it says paid quarterly or annually, so that's why, that was my concern. Thank you.
Well, I guess, Mr. Green, what we could do is, I guess you could tell the military you don't want to make the first quarter payment because they didn't get it in time. I'm not sure what you want to do.
I'm just questioning the dates, sir, not again, not wanting to not support the military by all.
Well, I think with that concern, that what the council could do is certainly amend the ordinance tonight, Mr. Gist, and apply and provide that there is a clear public purpose and commensurate value for applying it retroactive to the last set of payments, that it's a statutory payment that we're required to make. And that would allow us to change any language that we need to do if that was ever required. But we're happy to do that. I met with Charlton McGinley, who's the Secretary of the Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs. We talked about this at the time of budget. If you recall, Mr. Johnson, that, we have this yearly agreement that we had even talked about doing some additional help with them. There's none of that required. Again, I think this is a statutory requirement for contribution that they provide for us to house and do this.
No, Mayor, we use the phrase statutory, non-lawyers, what does that mean?
That means it's provided for by law. So whenever there's a cooperative endeavor, which is a fancy way of saying when two entities cooperate and one of them's a public body, sometimes we call that an IGA, an intergovernmental agreement. So if the city has a contract with a private party, we call it a cooperative endeavor. A version of that is an IGA, where it's government to government, us and GATA or things like that. This is technically an IGA between the city of Alexandria and the Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs. It is governed by LARS 29:260 through section 262. Specifically, LARS 29:260 through 262 provides that the Louisiana Department of Veterans Affairs shall not contribute more than 75% for the operation and maintenance of those offices. There's a cost sharing arrangement with the parish, in which we also include and help them. They house these guys, I think, right over there by the courthouse in that old section.
Washington Street behind the
Yeah,
courthouse there.
It's
Right there.
pretty, one of the things that Mr. Johnson and I had been talking about was getting them in a better facility. It's not the best facility over there. But this provides for a cost share for that arrangement to provide them a space for services. Those services are very critical to the veterans of the area. And I don't know that there's a greater public purpose that you can outline in helping the veterans. It's also provided for by law. So my point was that if the statute provides for it, so there's a fountainhead for it, there's an authorization in the law, it's for a public purpose, and the value is commensurate. If there's an argument about the value, if that's what Councilman Green's concerned about, we can address that. I think what caught his attention is it simply was, there was an effective date. Yeah, there was an effective date of May 1st in the agreement. This is obviously not a city agreement. It was prepared by the veterans group, and I think we probably received it May 6th or so, a few days afterward. Again, normally I'm a stickler for this kind of thing. I do not think at all, subject to Mr. Goins and Mr. Gist, that this matters because it's provided for by state statute.
So could we have a legal opinion whether we are able to?
Let me ask this, could we pass it like this? And y'all-
We'll just amend the date.
Well, let's just amend the date.
No, you wouldn't have to. You would simply pass the authorization for the cooperative endeavor. We just provided in your book what we were given. We can just make the effective date a different date.
Well,
that's fine.
If we're gonna change the date, we could change the date, I mean,
You wouldn't normally change the contract
but,
date.
me being a veteran, pretty much whole life, there's no monetary value you could put on capital investments. And this, and that little Ricky Dick building has been there since the seventies. If you go in there, it's not a good look. Their computers been outdated. I think they got some new computers now. But those guys and girls help a lot of veterans and widows and students to get what they rightfully deserve for the time or they put in, be it war or peacetime. So if we gotta just change the date, let's change the date.
You wouldn't have to do that there. Look, I don't know why we're doing this. I don't want to embarrass the veterans, but they sent us this on May 6th with an effective date and a contract of May 1st. I mean, that's just something that we would take care of from our end. It doesn't change the ordinance.
Gentlemen,
A quarterly payment is still due under the statute. So if we say it's not due until the day I sign this and it's the same quarterly payment, this would be much ado about nothing because it won't affect. That was my point. There's a public purpose and a statutory requirement for our participation. This is a formality for audit purposes, et cetera. So this is not, in my opinion, not the lawyer for the city, but I don't, it doesn't change it. But I'll relent that opinion to the city attorney and Mr. Gibson.
Councilman Ward is correct. It doesn't affect the validity of cooperative endeavor agreement. The payments that are due subject to the cooperative endeavor will still remain quarterly or on a monthly basis, subject to this contract.
Thank you, Attorney Johnson. For clarity, in reading my book, all I saw was that date, and I want to ask the question. Thank you. Always. Excuse me. I elevated you to.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Oh, you might have been voted.
Excuse me, Attorney.
All right.
Thank you.
All in favor? Any opposed?
Sorry.
Okay, good.
Number 27, consider the found document ordinance authorizing the contract with AI Incorporated to be utilized by members of the Alexandria Police Department in criminal investigation.
Motion, please.
Move.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Fowler, second by, Councilman Fowler, second by, Councilman Ballard. Public comments, Mr. White.
yes, ma'am. Thank you, Madam President.
You welcome, Mr. White.
I hope we're careful using this AI. It's been too many times this thing has either messed up or lied or done some things that's been outrageous. So I hope the human component will back, step all of this stuff. So, will there be any type of, human component that'll make sure that the AI is correct? I know they're putting AI into everything because you can look around. I think in Richland Parish, they're gonna build a big AI center. So have y'all looked into seeing about the mistakes AI has done? Or anything like that? Or just having a backup to it, maybe a human backup?
I think they would have someone to,
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, that's all. Have somebody to back, make sure that we don't arrest nobody wrongly or pick somebody out of the lineup. Because it's giving some false information.
yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
Number 28, to consider found document for ordinance to enter into a contract with Genesis Tech Net Incorporated to be utilized by members of the Alexandria Police Department for inter-agency communication.
Motion, please.
Move.
Motion by Mr. Councilman Fowler, second by Councilman Ballard. Public comments by Mr. White.
Thank you, Madam President. on this, will this be coordinated with the 911 center? It said communication, that's why I was asking. Or does anybody know?
This is for interoperability and interagency communication.
So that's with the fire, ambulance, it's a common period. No, I'm just asking, it's with the fire, ambulance, the 911, state police, thank you, sir.
It's for interagency interoperability, so different agencies can communicate.
Okay, so it's all in all together, so y'all
Yes,
can
sir.
be on the same page, that's all? All right, thank you.
You're welcome. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion carried.
I, public hearing, community development, number 29, to hold a public hearing to consider condemnation of 6 structures. The structures that are as follows. 329 14th Street.
Open public hearing.
No, sir, after that, we did.
Oh, I'm sorry.
2145, 2147, Allen Street, 1527 11th Street, 1523 Madison Street, 2211 North MacArthur Drive, 1505 Park Avenue.
I need a motion to, overthrow the hearing. Motion by Councilman Butler, second by, Councilman Marbury. Public comments, we have Ms. Augustine.
Do you want to do that? Because I want to hear what they have to say.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Chad Reed with Community Development, we're out there living Sam Jordan. We are asking for a combination of 329 14th Street.
Is there anyone here from 329 14th Street?
I'm in that area, that, there's about 4 houses over here in my area, and I just wanted to see.
You want to go at the end?
No one here from 329 14th Street.
Move to condemn.
Move.
Second.
We are asking for a combination on 2145, 21.
All in favor?
Motion carried.
2145, 2147 Elm Street.
We're asking for a combination on 2145, 2147 on the street. And they have represented.
Is anyone here from the address?
Motion.
The owners have been properly served and
Move.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried.
1527 11th Street, is anyone here from 1527 11th Street?
we are asking for combination on 1527 11th Street. And they have represented parties that have been properly served and notified.
Motion approved.
Move.
All in favor? Motion carried.
1523 Madison Street, is anyone here from 1523 Madison Street?
We are asking for combination on 1523 Madison Street. And they have represented parties that have been properly served and notified.
All in favor? Motion.
Move.
Second. All in favor? Motion carried.
2211 North MacArthur Drive, the administration is requesting a 60-day delay, and that would be August the 12th.
Move to delay.
Second.
All in favor? Motion carried.
1505 Park Avenue. Park Avenue, is anyone here for 1505 Park Avenue?
Move.
We're asking for combination on 1505. Parties have been properly served and notified.
Motion.
Move.
Second. All in favor? Motion carried. Augustine, want to say something?
Yes.
Go to the podium. He did.
I don't just have complaints, I also love to appreciate people. And I want to thank you, the board, the members who okayed this to happen, because it definitely makes an impact on our community when we clean it up. It should also make citizens want to keep it clean. But when we have these dilapidated, deteriorated properties, kind of takes out the enthusiasm for some people to keep our communities clean. And that's what I just want to say. Thank you for having an interest in continuing to demolish these properties. Thank you.
One thing too, we're putting most of our resources in the District 1 right now, we can clean that area up. We're going spot by spot, district by district. We think that'd be enough, the best place to put our money in right now. You'd be happy about that.
God bless you.
And also,
Thank you so
also,
much.
I think last meeting we approved for blight.
Wow,
Also help like.
is that right? This is awesome,
So you might, that's some things
This is so
to help.
because we really, really love our city. It's still the heart of Louisiana, and we'd like to attract people here.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah, I just want to say something about the administration for checking, our request to start doing it in areas so that way we're not skipping from here to there, that you see stuff being done instead of doing a house in, District 3, house in District 1. I thank, Madam, and about the couple of years ago, thank you guys for acting on it.
Almost makes me want to cry.
Doing it this way, it makes a bigger impact. And, we were talking earlier, like a blighted house sticks out like a sore thumb. There may be 10 beautiful homes on a street and a couple houses that are blighted, and it just, that's all you see. So we want our neighborhoods to be proud where they live.
So, thank you so much.
And we thank you, Ms. Augustine, for being the concerned citizen that you are. We know that you're an advocate, and we know that you're outspoken, and those are the kind of people that we need, to come up to the, meetings and show their concern, and you have been very, about doing.
I don't want to cry.
Don't
My whole family is happy about that.
don't cry. We try to do our best, so we appreciate it. All right. I need a motion to close the public hearing.
Second.
All right, public hearing is closed. So what is meeting adjourned.
The same thing, you know.
Okay.
Let me adjust.
Yeah, I'm kind of tall, Jack.
I got it, Carney.
Okay. I was just trying to give you a little assistance, Jack.
Thinking about you today.
Okay, go ahead,
You
Carney.
know, Jack, still need more public comment. These 5 bills they got down there in the legislature, and we don't know anything what's going on. And only one person asked, and that was Jules Green a couple of weeks ago. And I want to, and I just think.
Speak up, hey, speak up, Carney. No, stand right where you are. Just go ahead and speak up.
I just think people are afraid to talk,
Uh-huh.
and they don't come. And you see, there's only a few people that talk out. And we need more people to talk out. So I hope and pray that people are watching. You've been warning us about different things in the community. We don't see anything on KLB or KLEX. If it hadn't been for 9:70 a.m., Big Al Quartermont and Sandy McQueen talking about going to UrbanCast to find out what's going on. Like I said, I salute citizen journalists, you, Jack, and Uncle Willie. But we need more community involved.
And I want a long while I can take it down.
And I hope and pray I can get Peabody's own TC here maybe on the 17th to do the color guard ceremony. Because that would really be nice. But God bless you. Everybody have a happy Father's Day, like I'm saying. 14th is Army's birthday, 250 years. And of course, Juneteenth on June 19th. God bless you.
All right, Cardinal.
Thank you.